Don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate all of your support. Enjoy the video. Alrighty, teacher talking sports here. Hope everyone had an excellent Thanksgiving yesterday. We are going to continue our series of MLB Mount Rushmores. This will be the 15th of 32 teams. We are almost at the halfway point. Doing these in alphabetical order, one daily. Today, we are doing the Miami Marlins. I am from New Jersey, and the Miami Marlins, believe it or not, are my favorite team. Here's a Marlins blanket. Yes, I've been a fan basically since their inaugural season, 1993, back in the days of Charlie Huff, Chuck Carr, Dave Magadan, Brett Barbary. None of those guys will make the Mount Rushmore, but there are four guys that will be included. Marlins have been around, as I mentioned, since 1993. We're known as the Florida Marlins from 1993 to 2011, and the Miami Marlins from 2012 to current day. Won two World Series in 1997 and 2003, but notorious for selling off their good players. Once they become too expensive. So this Mount Rushmore was really hard because the Marlins don't have, despite winning two World Series, they don't have those guys with lengthy histories with the team who put up enormous counting numbers. So this was not easy at all. I did want to include some guys from the World Series team. So actually none made it from the 1997 team, but there will be honorable mentions. And two made it from the 2003 World Series team. So again, this was a rather challenging Mount Rushmore, but here are my four best players in team history as a subjective list. Definitely expect some disagreement. Let me know in the comments below who you would include, but let's get started with Miguel Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera is actually the first player to be named on two different Mount Rushmores, believe it or not. So Miguel Cabrera was originally named on the Detroit Tigers Mount Rushmore, where he won two MVPs, and now he is on the Miami Marlins one. Made his debut on June 20th, 2003. And that season, the Marlins went on to win their second and most recent World Series. So, as you can see, he played for the Marlins from 2003 to 2007. In those 5 seasons, he hit .313 with a .929 OPS, had 138 homers, 523 RBIs, 449 runs scored, and 842 hits, a 143 OPS plus, so 43% better than the average hitter. If we look at his MVP finishes with the Marlins, he made 4 straight All-Star teams in his last 4 years, 2004 to 2007, where he finished 22nd, 5th, and 15th in MVP voting, respectively. Won 2 Silver Sluggers in his last 2 years with the Marlins. Hit 33, 33, 26, 34 homers in those 4 years. Drove in over 100, at least 112 runs in all 4 years in his last 4 seasons, and scored at least over 100 runs from 2004 to 2006. So Miguel Cabrera is the first player thus far who has been named to 2 different Mount Rushmores. Next, we have Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez made his debut in 2005 with the Red Sox, but was traded soon after to the Marlins, where he played the next season, won MVP with the team in 2006, spent until 2012 with the team, where he was traded near the trade deadline to the Los Angeles Dodgers. He looked like he was on the fast track to a Hall of Fame. Did not pan out that way, but in parts of 7 seasons with the Marlins, batted an even .300 with 873 OPS, 148 homers, 482 RBIs, 666 runs scored, 1,103 hits, and 230 stolen bases. His best year, as I mentioned, won the Rookie Year in 2006, but his best season, probably of his career, came in 2009 with the Marlins when he finished second in MVP voting. That season, he won the batting title with a 342 average, 24 homers, 106 RBIs, 101 runs scored, and 27 stolen bases. He also won Silver Slugger in the previous year when he led the National League with 125 runs scored, stole over 50 bases in each of his first 2 seasons with the team. Hanley Ramirez, definitely one of the best offensive players in franchise history. So he's the second guy to make it. Next, we have the only Marlin player to win MVP with the team. Yes, he played 2010 and 2011 under the name Mike Stanton, but he's been known as Giancarlo since. Giancarlo Stanton spent a good amount of time with the Marlins from 2010 to 2017. Won the MVP in 2017. Finished as the runner-up in 2014 and may have won it if he didn't get hit by a pitch late in the season, which caused him to miss the remainder of the year. In his 8 seasons with the Marlins, he batted .268 with a solid .914 OPS. He's the franchise leader with his 267 homers with the team, 672 RBIs, 576 runs, and 960 hits. In his MVP season, he led the league in homers, RBIs, and slugging percentage. In 2014, he also led the league with his 37 homers, led the league in slugging in 2014 and 2012. Was a 4-time All-Star with the team. Had 4 seasons with the Marlins in which he hit at least 34 homers. Had 27 twice as well, so 6 seasons with at least 27. 2 seasons with, 1 season his MVP season, where he scored over 100 runs and had 2 seasons with at least 100 RBIs. Giancarlo Stanton now. Probably the best power hitter in franchise history and a well-deserving place as the only MVP in franchise history. And last, and this was a toss-up between him and another pitcher. I went with him because he won a World Series while the other one didn't. That's Dontrelle Willis, the D-Train. Dontrelle Willis made his debut in 2003, much like Miguel Cabrera. Both of them won the World Series in their rookie seasons. Dontrelle Willis actually won the Rookie of the Year in his rookie season when he went 14-6 with a 3.30 ERA en route to a World Series championship. In his 5 seasons, pitched for the Marlins from 2003 to 2007. In his 5 seasons with the Marlins, went 68-54 with a 3.78 ERA and 757 strikeouts. His best season came in 2005 when he led the National League with 22 wins, 7 complete games, 5 shutouts. All led the National League, had a excellent 2.63 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP, and finished up as the runner-up for Cy Young to Chris Carpenter of the St. Louis Cardinals. Willis had double-digit win totals in all 5 of his seasons and was very durable. Rarely missed a start. And when I mention honorable mentions, I'll mention the other pitcher I was considering. The difference between the two, not only just a World Series win, but one was much more durable. The other one missed a bunch of time in different seasons. Although he may have put up better numbers in his career, I feel like the World Series and the durability gave Willis the advantage. All right, so the four guys in the Marlins Mount Rushmore are Miguel Cabrera, Hanley Ramirez, Giancarlo Stanton, and Dontrell Willis. Honorable mention. So the pitcher I was considering alongside Dontrell Willis, Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson led the National League in ERA once, just had too many seasons where he missed games. Really only had 2 or 3 years where he stayed relatively healthy with the team. Thus, plus the World Series win for Willis gave him the advantage. And it was also kind of a toss up between hitter that won a World Series between Miguel Cabrera and Gary Sheffield. Cabrera played more games in a Marlins uniform. That gave him a little bit of an advantage over Gary Sheffield, but both Sheffield and Josh Johnson are honorable mentions alongside Luis Castillo, who's played the most games in franchise history. Kevin Brown only pitched 2 years for the Marlins, but they were absolutely dominant, and he was a member of the 1997 World Series team. Rest in peace, Jose Fernandez. Unfortunate situation. You figure if he had played maybe 1 or 2 more years with the Marlins, there would have been a pretty good chance he would have been on this Mount Rushmore. And Josh Beckett was the 2003 World Series MVP with the Marlins, deserves an honorable mention. So, who do you believe should have been included in the Miami Marlins Mount Rushmore? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, as a subjective list, there will be disagreement going in alphabetical order. So tomorrow I will be doing the Milwaukee Brewers. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.